scheduled to go to full 12 here tonight. Round one now underway. When you go up against the guy who the expectation is that he's going to be there right to the bitter end, mentally, what do you have to tell yourself as you come to those final few rounds?
You're prepared for this, that this is exactly what it was leading to, that you didn't expect anything different, that it was just a dress rehearsal the early part. This is where you're going on stage.
Showing you some defense there with the block. Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Blocks that punch. Able to cover up that gut. Good looking counterpunch. Holy cow! What a shot! Big hook comes in. He clearly came in with a strategy here tonight, Teddy, and so many times it's, hey, I'm gonna bang that drum.
Yeah, he is banging that drum. That drum happens to be the body, and he figures that he's gonna try to move on him, so start doing it early on, and later on, he's going to have a guy in front of him.
Teddy, what do you think is the most misunderstood about the lower weight classes?
Well, I think people don't realize how big those people have to be. I know that sounds crazy because they're smaller guys, but they have to be big in all the other dimensions, with discipline, with confidence, and with their technical approach, their technical development. They have to deal with guys that are really fast. The bigger guys don't have to deal with all those elements.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. Way to block there.
Cover your hand, kid. Jab, use the jab.
10 clicks of the talk. A good block. Yuriorkis Gamboa is showing off a real boxing IQ in that last round. Just fighting smart. I mean, not just reckless aggression, but smart, accurate punching.
And talking about IQs, it's being led by that left jab, an educated left jab. A jab that talks a little bit, talks a couple languages. I mean, he's hooking off it, he's uppercutting off it, he's doubling up on it. Good job.
Up and down, side to side. Body shot.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Just off the mark with that punch. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Yuriorkis Gamboa stunned and staggered. Was just off the mark. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. He was stunned, but now he's surviving. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. They both decide to bring it. Good way to protect the midsection. Halfway through round number 2. One, gives one. The right hand scores well.
In and out. In and out.
Good block by Gamboa. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Gets rid of that body shot. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Lack of defense starting to be costly now. You can see that swelling.
Yeah, you know, the first thing you think about is he's going to get back to his corner. They're going to put that end swell on it. But he needs to get better defensively. Make sure that it doesn't get worse.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand.
Keep the head moving.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. And a second hook by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Showing you some defense there with the block. So the end of the round. And now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out of his head right now. You know, open that cage up and let him fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Nice strike after catching one by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Frustrating his opponent with great defense.
Protect yourself. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Wow! The Warriors in bad shape. He is staggered and stumbling. Oh! The Warriors down. But is he out? He's got to fight back now.
Away from those weapons.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving. But if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. And now another left. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. Wow, is he defensively sound. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Able to dismiss it. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point, because a lot of times that can be the turning point. But not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy. Because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night. And you forget what you knew when you came in. That it wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed. And it's important to remember that.
Good defensive skill with the block by Yuriorkis Gamboa. There it is! The Warriors in a bad place right now. He was tagged. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he has survived this.
Well, he has a granite chin.
Good block. Showing you some defense there with the block. Halfway through this round. Way to block there. Wow! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own.
Big jab. When he throws jab, let's get on that.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know.
There it is! Yuriorkis Gamboa's hurt by that. Good return fire that time. Yuriorkis Gamboa's corner will really need to get after that swelling. And he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time? So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown, but Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Blocks it away. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. A minute and a half to go. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own.
Let's see some more head movement. Let's see some more head movement. Get out of the way.
Good block there by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Doing well on the outside. Yuriorkis Gamboa's opponent is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by accident. You know, that's his temperament. He has that kind of temperament. If you went out with the guy, you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets them go when he thinks he should.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Yuriorkis Gamboa's cut man is going to need to be all over this side. The swelling seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's kind of like being a gardener. You have to start getting in there before the weeds come up. You can't wait until the weeds are all over the place and then pull them up. You're going to destroy those beautiful rose bushes. Well, it's the same thing here. You got to get to this eye before the swelling's there. You got to put that end swell, that cold piece of metal, onto that place early on.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot so much that now you're throwing one punch at a time. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body. And maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Lands the left after setting it up with a jab. Oh! The Warrior stunned, and he is hurt. Tying up again here after being knocked down. What should he... Oh, an explosive headshot there. He is down. Up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Good job protecting himself. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. Now that's some sharp offensive maestro work there by Yuriorkis Gamboa. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. End of that round. And the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook, get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
Boy, just staying on the outside away from danger and scoring well. Boy, you gotta love being his opponent, right? You come into a fight like this tonight, you're so worried about getting off your punches, landing accurate punches. Well, here it is. Not gonna move the head at all. Come and get it.
No, you just have to worry about you don't hurt your hands. You better hope that you wrap them real good because you're banging that nugget all night long.
Counter that attack. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way.
Oh, and there you go. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. He's in bad shape. He's on wobbly legs. Teddy, he's got to tie up.
If he can. See, that's up to his opponent, Joe. It's not automatic that he's going to get what he wants to tie up. If his opponent steps back a little bit, he can keep this offense going and end his night.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Well, we've seen the complete opposite, Teddy. We've seen fighters that when they've been knocked down, they become desperate or they completely close the door and get overly cautious. This fighter's fighting the same way he's ever fought.
Yeah, and that's either going to be a good or a bad thing. That's the confidence that he's going to get it right, that he understands himself, that he's not going away from his game.
There it is! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. He went from almost being knocked out to being right back in it. The Warrior's gone into a defensive shell, but that shell has cracks in it.
Yeah, it does, and the reason why it's getting cracked is because his opponent is confident that with those earmuffs on, you know, going into that peekaboo defense that he is, he knows he's handcuffed, so he's putting together 3, 4, 5 punches where normally he would only throw 1 or 2, worried something's going to come back.
Certainly don't stand in front of him. Don't let him breathe. He's hurt.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Yuriorkis Gamboa. I really don't like the way he looks right now, Teddy, and I haven't since he got rocked earlier. Now, physically, he may have overcome that, but to me, he's just going through the motions right now.
Yeah, right now he's doing just enough to lose. He's fighting very tentative, and he has to get rid of that attitude immediately.
Good block there by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Way to block there. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Yuriorkis Gamboa's been hurt. Gets rid of that body shot. He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back under him. Blocks away that headshot. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Nice work with the jab on the outside. It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, the other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used, one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
Good block by Yuriorkis Gamboa. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Good counter by Gamboa. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Oh, and you can see now he's starting to target that jab with more and more confidence. It's hard to believe that he can win this fight on the scorecards. That means it's do or die at this point. You got to go for broke.
Yeah, that means that you got to come up with that Hail Mary pass. Now, when you come up with that Hail Mary pass, you don't just chuck the ball. You have to have a receiver down there. You have to make sure that he's running a certain route. Right now, he's got to look for one spot, something to land that shot.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Pulls the trigger fast. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. The twists and turns and the non-stop. Holy cow! The Warriors stunned. Oh! One shot and down, Teddy.
And now he's going to have to find a way to clinch. He needs time to recover.
Heart of a warrior to beat the count again. He did it again there.
What he's going to have to do now is have the smarts of a warrior, have the smarts of a general, and make sure that he ties up a little bit.
Blocks that punch. Accurate counter punch by Yuriorkis Gamboa. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, guarantee it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Able to get rid of that one. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Able to dismiss that body shot. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Able to dismiss it. Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Well, what do they say, Teddy? Something's got to stick? That combination was something.
Well, you know what it was? The first couple punches were throwaway punches, set up the later punches.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. The Warrior spin. Oh, this is gonna be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now. The fight is over. Yuriorkis Gamboa is going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory. Yuriorkis Gamboa. Yuriorkis Gamboa is your winner by knockout.
I feel like I just read a book. You know, I know a little bit more about this guy now.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
So stop all the pump faking and the dribbling. The shoot, the other kids trying to get to you. Better believe me. Easy, they say they need me, baby. So everybody hold on, let me get my pose on. You can roll with to get rolled on. Better believe me. Easy, they say they need me, baby. So everybody hold on, let me get my pose on. You can roll with to get rolled on.